श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। In our ages, we have the fortune of having a guru. What does guru mean? Skanda Purana, the Guru Gita chapter, has given us a couple of definitions. One who dispels the ignorance or the darkness is called as Guru. Andhakara nirodhitvat gururit yabhidhiyate. And we have several other devotees who call their gurus as Jagadguru. What is the meaning of Jagat and Guru? That also needs our attention. Jagat means world in simple terms. What does the world constitute of? There are two components in the term world. One, the inanimate, jada or achara, one does not move. And the second component is chara, animate, which moves. So therefore, Jagat constitutes of two components. Then if you call someone as Jagadguru, does it mean that they are able to address the inanimate as well? No. That's just poetic justice. To understand this concept better, let us draw our attention to the one mantra, Surya mantra, which is every day recited by those practitioners of Sandhya Vandana. Chitram Devanam Udagat Anikam Chakshar Mitrasya Varunasya Agnehe Apradyava Prithivi Antariksham. One who is permitting this world as well as the heaven and the space. He is Surya. Jagataha tasthushaha atma. Surya atma jagatas tasthushascha. Here tasthusha means one does not move and which is static. And Jagat in this context, it is very well explained by the Bhashyakaras as one which is animate. In this sense, once you say Jagat Guru, a guru who conveys the highest echelons of wisdom to the animate, to the Prani Sankula, then who can be called as Jagadguru? We have got several claims of this guru is Jagadguru, this is not. And which one is actually accurate? That needs our attention again. Here, Jagat means animate, which is listless and endless. Endless means we have the creation which is going on. But the mortal body or the human whom you are calling as Jagadguru, he is ending. He is not immortal, he is mortal. Then how can he address the entire Jagat, entire world for eternity? That is the question. For that the answer is the teachings, the preachings, the writings, the thoughts of the preceptor, the Guru, which are applicable to the Pranijata, the creation around. That is the governing principle of calling someone as Jagadguru. In this parampara, in this pantheon, we have got several great stalwarts, intellectuals, social reformers who have given us wonderful knowledge, who are fit to be called as Jagadguru. But in this sense, we have to understand one problem. How does the mortal address the problem of immortality? For this, we should draw our attention to one Puranic avatara What is that Purana Avatara? Dattatreya. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they wanted to emancipate the entire humankind and all the creatures from this bondage of birth and death. For that, they have specifically assumed the form of Datta Atreya. In the clan of Atreya, Atri Maharshi, they were born together. And the beauty of Dattatreya is that though he is giving the eternal knowledge for all the ages to come, he has claimed that he learns from every creature in this world and every element in this world. How does that work? Jagadguru is a compound word in Sanskrita. All the Indian languages have this wonderful feature. Teacher to the world is Jagadguru. That is called Tatpurusha Samasa. Jagataha Guruhu. One teacher of the world or teacher to the world. The second aspect is Jagat Eva Guruhu Yaskya Saha. One who has the entire world as his teacher is also a Jagadguru. Our great teacher Tenakapalli Vishwanath Sharma, once he was visiting a great saint and he has composed this. Hey Guru, you are Jagadguru by the virtue of Tatpurusha Samasa. That means you are the teacher to the world. Jagadguru Raham Chasme, whereas I am also a Jagadguru. Bahuvrihi Samasataha. Bahuvrihi Samasa means one who has the entire world as his teacher is also Jagadguru. This implies two things. There are mortal bodies who are aligned with the immortality, such as divinity. And there are mortal bodies who are learning from each and every element of this world. Dattatreya has given us wonderful examples in the Yaduraja Bodha. Hope that you know who is Yadu. Yadu is the Moola Purusha of Yadu Vamsha, in which Lord Shri Krishna was born. Once, an Avadhuta was blissfully, he was in the sand mounds of a river. And Yadu Chakravarti, he was an emperor. He was just going through that forest route and he was mesmerized by the blissful, ecstatic state of this gentleman who was not even properly attired. He did not have any attire. He was almost a naked, but he was absolutely blissful. And he has asked, what is the secret of your happiness? In spite of being an emperor, I am not endowed with such a happiness. How did you become so ecstatic? Then he said, Heyam Deyam or Grahyam Tyajyam. I have two components in my mind. One is, if you see someone in a difficulty or dire straits, then just analyze the reason for their difficulties. Heyam, just leave them. And if you see someone who is happy, then just grasp those points which are making them happy. That is Grahya. In other words, it is Heyam means which should be left out. Deyam means which should be taken. Similarly, Grahya means to grasp. Tyajya means to sacrifice. Just leave out those aspects of life which are giving you the difficulties. In entirety, he said that the entire world is my teacher. Therefore, he is fit to be the Jagadguru. Then what about Shri Krishna? Shri Krishna is the descendant of Yaduraja. Yaduraja had the Upadesha from Dattatreya. But the essence given by Shri Krishna through Bhagavad Gita is pertinent to all the times to come. Therefore, we always call as Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Though he has left his mortal body, he is still alive in all the minds through the virtue of his sayings and preachings. Therefore, he is called as Jagadguru. Then what about several recent acharyas? Recent means compared to Shri Krishna and Dattatreya. We have got several acharyas. And how about Dakshinamurti? How about Hayagriva? They too are preceptors. They are Jnanapradata. But the term which is popular in the Puranas is often used. Of course, we should know the origin of Dakshinamurti. Shiva, Shakti, both were together. After the sacrificial fire in which Sati Devi has left her mortal body, Shiva was left alone. So the left part, that is the Shakti part, has vanished. And the right part, which is just the Jnana part, that remained. The Dakshina Murti, Dakshinasha Murtihi yaske saha, athava Dakshina Murtihi yaske saha, Dakshina Murtihi. That means one who is facing the south or one who is to the right side, that is Dakshina Murti. So that is another expression of giving the Jnana. Similarly, Hayagriva is another form of Vishnu which is dedicated to give the eternity's essence through various manifestations. We have the Lalita Sahasranama which says Hayagriva Agastya Samvadaha. Hayagriva has given so many facets to Agastya. So there are also gurus and our obeisance to all. Then how do you call only this person is fit to be called as Jagadguru, not the other? And there are claims that he is the guru to even gods. How do you treat this? You should take that with a pinch of salt. What does that mean? In Veda we have got 5 compartments. The last one is called as Arthavada. Arthavada is it's just some sort of emphatical propaganda. If I say you should always stand in front of rising sun, then you will have good benefit. If I just say this, it's not enough to convince a normal person. So what should I say? If I do this type of posture, when you stand in a prostrating manner before rising sun, you will have the best in life. So this best in life is the USP, unique selling proposition, using which we will attract people. So this attractiveness is some sort of advertising propaganda which is very much required. That is the part of the Vedic literature itself, which is called as Arthavadaha. Arthaha, Artham Vadagati, Athava Arthaha Udgyate Anena. Something which actually emphatically explains the purpose of this thing, the origin and the procedure, etc. These are dealt with the Arthavada. So when one says that he is our Jagadguru, he is the only Guru, that means he has immense devotion towards his Guru. That should be our take. Then, is it not wrong that it's good to say that my Guru is great? That is fine. But when you say my Guru is greater than others, what does that imply? And of course, when you say that my Guru is the greatest, then how should you take that? That's one part which we should all understand. Let me tell you one thing. We all live in a society. Society is made of several families. Let me give one analogy. As long as the husband deems that his wife is the best, she is the most beautiful lady, there will be no harm or no disturbance in the family. Similarly, the wife should also think on similar lines. My husband is the best. This is what all our Dharma Shastras would always treat whatever God has endowed with as the best in your life. If you don't give this special consideration, then there will be too much turbulence. You will be always yearning for some other asset, some other person. So there will be too much disruption. Similarly, in the Guru Shishya Parampara also, as long as you deem that your Guru is the greatest, you cannot go further. Why? Because if you think that Guru is better than him, then you will be keep on loitering from this Gurukula to another Gurukula, this pantheon to another pantheon, and you would never actually take even a morsel of jnana. Not even a spoonful of water you will be. Our Guruji Ganapati Sachidananda Swamiji, sometimes he gives us one example. If there is a cattle which is taken for grazing, it is taken to one pasture. And if it does not eat there, then it would be left hungry. As long as it spots another greener pastures, it will eat there itself. But once it spots something which is greener, it will keep on going there and it would never graze properly. Therefore, the lesson is that the Guru who is in your life, treat him as the best. In your Bhakti Atishaya, you can call him as Jagadguru, no harm in it. You call it Ramanujacharya, Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya. The devotees and his followers should always consider their Guru as the greatest, no harm. But in eternity, in essence, the greatest Guru or the eternal Guru can be only one, that is Parameshwara, the God Ishvara. This is not my word, this is the word of Patanjali Maharshi. When he said, Sa Purveshamapi Guruhu Kalena Anavachhedat. He is not bound by the confines of time. He is eternal. Saha Purveshamapi Guruhu. Therefore, the God alone is the Guru who has given all these paramparas of Gurus. Therefore, our pranams to such God, Parameshwaraja Namaha. Whenever someone claims that their Guru alone is fit to be called as Jagadguru, citing some versions or some shlokas, don't get worried. Does that become a pramana? Not at all. Why? Because it is Paurushaya. Why do you call Veda as the pramana? Because it is apaurushaya. It is not man-made. A man with his conscious mind or a woman with her conscious mind has not given the Vedas. It has just come out as per the sankalpa of Parameshwara. Even at the first instance, Asya Mahataha Bhotasya Vishwasitam. Effortlessly that has come out of the Brahman is called as Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. That alone is deemed to be Pramana. Swatah Pramana. All others are actually Arthavada. We should always consider their gurus as great, but when says that I am the greatest means he is only exhibiting his own devotion, and we should appreciate that fact. With this to say, Mangalam Mahat, Swasti Prajabhya, Gurubhyo Namo Namaha, and our Guru Parampara Shloka, Dattatreya Samarambham, Nrasimhadika Madhyamam, Satchidananda Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Similarly, we have Sadashiva Samarambham, Narayana Samarambham, the lineage which you owe and adopt or in which you are born, that is your Guru Parampara. Wherever you are, just revere that and revere all the Guru Paramparas which are following the path of Sanatana Dharma. With this to say, Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha.